Hey guys, Creator13 here, back again for another video, and today I'm going to be showing you every single character that you can possibly type on the iMessages keyboard on banners in Minecraft. There's a couple that aren't on there. I'll put those on the screen, but yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. There's going to be chapters down in the description, and like where chapters are, so yeah. Also, I wanted to say, I don't know the names of any of the banner, patterns, and you don't know the names of any of the banner patterns, so I'm just gonna describe it, and you're gonna follow along. Cool? Cool. Alright, let's get on with the video. Alright, so we're gonna start off with an A. So take your letter color, get the left third and the right third filled in, and then a line across the middle, and then the top third. Then you're going to want to get this border around, and that's your A. For B, you want to get your left third, your right third, your middle line, your top third, and your bottom third. And then wrap around with your background color border. For C, what you want to do is get your letter color, go for the left third, and then the top and the bottom. And then take your background color and make a border around the outside. For D, you're going to want to go for the right third, and then take your background color and make a diamond in the middle. And then take your letter color and get the top third, the bottom third, and the left third, and then get your border around with your background color. For E, you want to get your middle line through, then take your background color and go on the right and fill the right third in, and then with your letter color fill the top third, the bottom third, and the left third in, and then get that border around. For F, it's very much the same as E, so you want to get your middle line and then get your side third with the background color, and then you want to get your top third and your left third, and then with the background color get the border. Alright, for G, you want to get your right third with your letter color, then with your background color come in and get your top half, and then with your letter color come in with the top third, the bottom third, and the left third, and then get a border around. For H, this one's super easy. Just get left third, right third, and then middle, and then wrap it around with your gray. I is another easy one. Just get your top third, your bottom third, and then your middle line, but like vertical this time, and then get your wraparound. For J, you want to get your left third filled in, and then you want to get your top half filled in. Where's that? Right there. And then you want to get your bottom third and your right side. And then wrap that around again. Alright, so K has a little optional thing here. So get your left third in and do left diagonal, I guess, and the right diagonal. And then if you really want to, you can also get this dot in the middle to smooth out that inside, because with dot, let's see, with dot, without dot, with dot, without dot, you see that like little line right here? So if you want to smooth that out, you can put that in there, and then you can get your border around. L is probably the easiest one in here. You just get the bottom third and the left third, and then just get your wraparound. Perfect. For M, you want to get a triangle pointing downward in your letter color. And then in your background color, get teeth pointing down on top of the triangle, like that. And then get your right third and your left third, and get your border that wraps around. For N, you want to go left third, right third, and then diagonal pointing towards the bottom right, so going that way, see? And then border around. Perfect. Alright, O's got some options. So first of all, you want to go your left third, your top third, your bottom third, and your right third in any order, and then get the border around. And if you want, you can keep it like this, or you can add a background circle in the middle. You could add a diamond. You could add any number of different things. I'm going to go with the circle because I feel like it needs to distinguish between O and 0 a little bit more. Alright, there are two ways of doing P. I'll show you both ways. So for the first way, which is more complicated, you need the right third with your letter color, and then the bottom half with your background color, your midline with your letter color, and then the top third and the left third, and then border around. Or you can go with your banner, and then with your letter color, just go left third, top half, and then border around it. So either way works, but I like the P with the hole in it. But if you want it to be consistent with the R, you can do that, and it works. For Q, you want to do what you did with O, so right third, left third, top third, and bottom third. And then you need to use the border. So the border wasn't required for any of them up until now. Now it is. And then you want to get, with your letter color, the bottom right quarter, bottom right sixth. For R, you have to do the top half in your letter color, then the left third, and then diagonal pointing towards bottom right, and then wrap it around. If you guys know any other ways to get the R so that it has the hole in it, let me know. But yeah. There are also two ways of doing S. I'm going to show you the more complicated one first, and then the less one. So for the more complicated one, you want to start with your top third and your bottom third, and then get your background color in and put a diamond in the middle, and then get your letter color and get the diagonal pointing down towards the bottom right, and then get your border in your background color. For the less complicated one, with your letter color, you want to get your top third, your bottom third, and then the diagonal, and then use your gray dye and go around. So these two are, you could use them equally. I personally like this one better since it shows more of like a, and with this curving technique, you can, I'm going to make a video on numbers. You can distinguish between 2s and 5s and S's. So like this could be 5, or like you could change it up, whatever. So yeah, I usually use this one, but if you, for whatever reason, want to save a gray dye, go with this one. I think I was wrong about L being the simplest one, because with T, you just go top third and then middle line going down, and then your border around, and then you are good. For U, you want to go bottom third, and then if you want, you can go with a diamond in the middle if you want to get it extra curved. I don't really care either way, but if you want to, you can. And then go right third and left third. Sorry, I forgot my gray dye. Wrap it around with the banner, and then there's your U. You can do either one. I personally think this one looks better, but if you want to do this one, you can. For V, go right third, and then diagonal pointing towards bottom right. Wrap it around, and then you're good for V. W is the direct opposite of M. So you want to get a triangle pointing up, and then with your background color, get teeth pointing up. And then with your letter color again, get your right third and your left third, and then with your background color, get the border around. There are two different ways to do X's depending on what you want to do. The one I like best is diagonal pointing toward bottom right and diagonal pointing toward bottom left. Get your border around, bam. Or you can do the simplest letter ever and just hit the X right there, and then just do that. So you could do either, but I personally don't like how thin these lines are. I like the thickness. I feel like it matches up with everything else. and with the Y, you can't even use the X. So, yeah. There are also two ways to do Y. So, for the first way, get your diagonal pointing towards the bottom right. Then get your half diagonal with this one right here. So the bottom right half is being filled in with your background color. And then get your diagonal pointing towards bottom left. And then get your border around. Sorry, you needed 3 of those. And that's the first one. And then for the second one, you can do the X and then do that same diagonal pattern. So that's diagonal with like the bottom right half being filled by your background color. And then your border around. I definitely like this one a lot better than this one. This one looks weird, but you could still tell it's a Y, and it uses less bone meal. So, yeah. And finally, we have Z. Alright, so for Z, it's a direct opposite of the less simple S. So you go top third, bottom third, and then diagonal pointing towards bottom left. And then you get your border around, and bam. Some of the lowercase letters dip. So you could either have them up like this. See how P and Q and G are all up, and Y. Or it doesn't look great, but it is accurate. So yeah, you could do those either way. But yeah, I'm going to be showing you how to make all of these letters. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so for starters, we're going to go into our crafting table and combine a paper and vines to get our border indented banner pattern. We're going to go in here and we're going to take our letter color banner pattern. Letter color. So this is the color your letter is going to be. Letter color. Alright. And then we're going to take our background color and make a diamond in the middle. And then we're going to take our letter color again, and we're going to make an X with that one, not the double, just with that one. And then take our background color and go with a border. And then finally get our white dye and make the right third filled in. And then take our background color, get the top half filled in, and then get a border around. And that is A. For B, what you want to do is you want to take the right third and fill it in with your letter color. And then fill the top half in with your background color. And then take your letter color and go with the bottom third, the left third, and then the middle line right here. And then take your background color and get a border around. Alright, so for C, we're gonna want to go with the left third and the bottom third. And then take your background color and fill in the top half. And then get your middle line with your letter color. And then with your background color, make your border. Alright, for D, it's going to be very similar to B. So you want to get your left third in with your letter color. And then your background color on the top half. And then with your letter color, go for the right third, the bottom third, and the middle line. And then with the background color, make a border around it. Alright, for E, you're going to want to trade for a master cartographer villager for a glow banner pattern for 8 emeralds. So you're going to spend 8 emeralds and buy this glow banner pattern from him. Alright, so you're going to want to take your letter color and do the right half, not third half, and get teeth on the bottom. And then you're going to want to make a globe with your letter color and a line across the middle. And then you're going to want to take your background color, fill in the top half, and make a border. And that's how you make E. It looks a little goofy, but it works, don't worry. Alright, for F, you're going to want to go with a line down the middle and down the middle the other way to make a T. Don't use this one, but like make it yourself. And then you're going to want to take your letter color and get the top right sixth and fill that in. And then you're going to take your background color and get your border around. Alright, for G, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the top half, fill that in with your letter color, and then the right third with your letter color, and then take some of your background color and fill in a diamond, and then with your letter color, fill in across the middle and then across the bottom. And then take your border, go around, that's G. It's a little different than I did it before, but I just found a better way to do it, so yeah. For H, you're going to want to fill in the right third, and then with your background color, fill in the top half. Grab your letter color again, go left third, and then across the middle. And then grab your background color and fill in around the border. Alright, for I, you're going to want to make a line going down the middle. And then you're going to want to take your background color, fill in the top third, and then middle line, and then border. Alright, so there are two ways to do J. So first up, you want to take a line down the middle with your letter color, and then grab your background color and go top third and middle, just like we did with I. And then take your letter color and go bottom left sixth. And then get your border around, and that's the first way to do J. The second way to do J is do it how you did before with the I. That's line down the middle, line across the top third, and line in the middle. But now we do our border first, and then get the bottom sixth. So either one could work. This one looks kind of more curvy, I guess. If you put blocks behind it, it'll look a little better. But you could go either way here. All right, for K, we're gonna have a triangle pointing up, and then with our background color, we make teeth pointing up. And then with our letter color again, we make a diamond. And then with our background color, again, we make a triangle pointing down. Now we just get our letter color and fill in the right half, or the left half, I'm sorry, not third, but left half. And then we get our border around. That's K. That's kind of the only way to make the diagonal, like, below the middle, so yeah. Alright, here's L. Get ready, folks. This is the hardest one. It's a line down the middle. It's a line down the middle. And then you make your border around. Yippee! Alright, for M, you're going to want to do right third, left third, line going straight down the middle. And then with your background color, fill in the top. And then make a line horizontally through the middle. Sorry, you need one more background and get the border. Alright, for N, we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go right third and left third. We're going to fill in the top half. And then we're going to go with a line down the middle. And then get our border. Believe it or not, O is the exact same thing. So make a U. So go left third, right third, and bottom. And then you're going to want to fill in your top half. And then you're going to want to go line across the middle. Bing, bang, boom. Border. There you go. Alright, so for P, it's the exact same as the uppercase P in the last video. Go check that out. You're going to want to do the right third with your letter color. The bottom third, or the bottom half, I'm sorry, half with your background color. And then your left third and your top third with your letter color, and then through the middle. And then now we just have to do the border. And then you're going to want to have this one, G, Q, and Y on the lower level. Alright, so for Q, you're going to want to fill in your top half with your letter color, your right half with your letter color, and then make the border around. The border wasn't really required. Like, it makes it look better, but it wasn't really required for the last ones. For this one, it is required. And then get your bottom right sixth filled in with white. Alright, so for R, you're going to want to do left third and then top half with your background color, like so. And then you're going to want to go a line across the middle, perfect, and then a border around. Alright, so for S, you want to craft together a paper and an enchanted golden apple together to make the thing banner pattern. And then what you want to do is you want to go with your letter color on the bottom, make teeth pointing up, and then make your thing in the middle with your letter color. Make a line across that thing, and then bottom right sixth. This is all with your letter color, by the way. And then with your background color, you're going to want to go top half filled in, and then your border. Alright, for T, just go line down the middle in the other direction. Cool. You could also do this T right here, but it looks kind of stupid, so I wouldn't. Alright, so there are two ways of doing U. So first off, you're going to go right third, left third, bottom third. Then you're going to grab your background color and you're going to go top half and then go around. For the next one, you're going to do the same thing, so just go bottom. But the only difference is I'm going to put a diamond in that bottom, so it has like a little indent. And then we're going to go with our letter colors, left and right thirds, and then do the same thing with the background color we did last time. So top half and then around. Whichever one you like the best, I don't really know. Like, both of them, you can tell it's a U. Like, that one looks kind of like a V, so like I don't really know, but like whatever. To make it, you go right third, and then the diagonal that's pointing towards the bottom right, and then fill in the top third, not the top half, the top third with your background color, and then get a border. That's the only way it still looks like a V, because if I show you here, if we do top half, it just looks like that. For W, we're going to want to make a triangle pointing up. Teeth pointing up with our background color. And then back with our letter color again, we're going to do right third and left third. This is exactly how we made our uppercase W originally. And then fill in the top half with background and then the border. Alright, for X, you're going to want to make a triangle pointing up, and then a diamond with your letter shape. And then with your background color, you make teeth pointing up, a triangle pointing down, and then if you want, you can make a little spiral just to, or a border just to make it feel more clean. I didn't with this one, and it looks fine as well. Like, you can see, like, there's, like, a couple, like, tiny little pixels over here where they're not over here. But, like, it doesn't really matter that much. So, Y is just the same as how we made it in the other video, so go check that out, but here it is. So, get a diagonal pointing towards the bottom right with your letter color. With your background color, make the diagonal half that the bottom right corner is completely filled in with your background color. And then get the diagonal that points toward the bottom left, and then make your border. And then lastly, we have Z. So get your diagonal pointing towards the bottom left, and then with your background color, fill in the top half, and then with your letter color, get the middle line and the bottom third, and then go around, and then you're done. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm making like a computer in the background, if you can see that, and so I had all these, and I decided why not just like show people. It's pretty cool. Some of them are pretty expensive though, like such as the S, or the E, which you have to level up a whole cartographer villager to do. But I don't really think that's very much of a problem. Like, notch apples aren't that uncommon, but you know. If you don't like that, you can Google some other designs. I don't really care. But yeah, that was a terrible voice crack. Oh my. But yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys. I have two different fonts, so I have the lowercase only font, and then I have the uppercase font. Now, the uppercase font can be used on the lowercase. I'll put a picture up on screen, and it looks pretty good. The reason this one is different, though, is because there's not that much space in between the letters, since this is taller, versus over here, where you can kind of just, like, fit stuff wherever. You can use both, but, you know, whatever. I don't know what the banner patterns are called. I don't know what these accent symbols are called. So I'm just going to describe them and put a text up on the screen. If you haven't watched my lowercase and uppercase letter videos, go watch that. Unless this is in the compilation, in which case, hi. But yeah, and then I'll put all the specialty characters at the end of whatever, like, if I'm doing all the lowercase ones, then I'll put this, like, O and the H and the D, right? I'll put all those at the end, or like that L. Alright, let's start. Alright, we're going to start off with this symbol right here, and it's going to be pointing left. We're going to start off with our letter color diamond, and then we're going to get this diagonal right here in our background color. The right accent symbol, which is commonly used in Spanish writing, is exactly the same. So we take our diamond in our letter color, and we do that. And this time the corner is going to be in the top left. For this, like, up arrow looking one, it'll pop on screen here. We're going to start off with a diamond, yet again, in our letter color. And then in our background color, we're going to have a triangle pointing up. To make the downwards arrow, we do a diamond again. And then we have our triangle in our background color pointing down. Now for these dots, we're going to start off with a line with our letter color right there. And then we're going to have a line going down the middle and then a border. And that's how we make our dots. We're going to start off with a horizontal white line across the middle and then a circle. And then we're going to go around this with a gray border. This is optional, but I just like the way it looks. Alright, for this symbol used in A and U, we're going to start off by crafting ourselves a flower banner pattern with a paper and an oxide daisy. And then we're going to go and we're going to add this oxide daisy banner pattern into the loom. You need one more background color die, by the way. I'm sorry. Get a ball in the middle and then a border in your background color, both of them. And then get your top third filled and your bottom third. This is this line that goes over letters. We're going to start with just a horizontal line and then make a border around it. Alright, next up for this squiggly thing, we start off with a diamond. We get a triangle pointing down, and then we fill in the bottom third. Next one's real easy. It's a dot. You literally just place this circle here. For these quote marks found on O and U, you want to fill in the bottom half of the page, and then a line directly down the middle, like so, and then around the border. Alright, next up, we're going to want to craft ourselves a border indented banner pattern, and then... So this is for this comma that's under some letters. We're going to go with a bottom right sixth right here. And then we're going to go with our border indented like so. And then go for a border like that. So there's this symbol up on screen for L and T. And both of these symbols require this right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a cauldron and a water bucket, as well as an extra gray dye, so 3 extra gray dye and then 1 extra white dye. We're going to place a cauldron, a water bucket, rinse this out once, get rid of this one, and then in our loom we're going to put that right there. We're going to place a line vertically down the middle, like so, with our background color. And then we're going to use this cross pattern, like so. And then we're going to grab our background color and do top half and horizontal middle line, like so. This goes on top of a lowercase l or a lowercase t. Now, used on D in this symbol, we have this. So top left sixth right here. And then we're gonna go with a vertical middle line and then a border. The only stipulation with this is it has to be placed next to the D, so it acts almost as a space. Alright, next we have this symbol. So we start by getting a vertical line down the middle in our letter color, and a vertical line down the middle the other way in our letter color. We get a bottom half fill and a left third, not half, third fill. You place this in the bottom half of your banner. So you click on your letter to place this. That is all for the lowercase specific accents. Now we're going to go on to special characters. Alright, we're going to start out with a bottom half fill in our letter color, and then a right third, and then we're going to take our background color and make a border around, and then finally we're going to go a top right sixth in our letter color. This makes this symbol not quite sure what that sounds like or what it does, but it's there. Next up is whatever this L is supposed to be. I couldn't make the line down the middle without it looking like a T. So here we are. So we're going to want to make ourselves a line across the middle like so, and a line across the middle down. So make a cross. And then we're going to add a border around it and with our background color. And also with our background color, do this stripey pattern. And that makes that. It looks kind of like a percentage sign, but it's the closest I could get. Alright, next is this H with a line through it. Again, best I can do, because there's not a friggin' line that goes anywhere other than the middle. Start with a right third fill, and then with your background color, fill the top half, and then with your light color, or your letter color, fill in the middle line like so, and then the left third, that's your capital H. You're going to want to make a border around this. This is required. And then with your letter color, get the top sixth of the thing like so. Next is this Scandinavian O. We want to start by filling the bottom half with our letter color, and then making a border around it with our background color, and then make a diagonal pointing towards the bottom left with our letter color, and then with our background color again, fill in the top third. This makes that O. And then just another comment, these symbols right here, which are combinations of A and O and E, I will not be including. Just place them next to each other. Like I ain't doing that. Doesn't sound fun. Maybe just like remove the borders on A, O, and E so that they look closer together. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for the lowercase ones. We're moving We're moving next to style 2 / the uppercase font. So yeah. Alright, so we're going to need to craft a bordure indented banner pattern with a paper and vines. This is the accent sign facing left. So we want to go with a bottom left sixth fill, and then get our bordure indented fill, and then a diamond in our background color. For the right one, we're going to craft a bordure indented banner pattern again. The reason I'm doing this is in case you haven't done that before, so it's just paper and vines. So yeah, so you're going to want to go bottom right sixth fill with your letter color, and then get with your background color, get your bordure indent fill, and then lastly a diamond fill with your background color. For this up arrow, you're going to want to make a triangle pointing up and then make a border around it. For the down arrow, you want to make a rhombus in the center with your letter color, and then just simply fill in the top half with your background color. For the dots, you want to go with the bottom third fill for your color. You want to go with a middle line vertically and a bordure in your background color. For a tilde, you want to get your teeth on the bottom in your letter color, and your bottom right or bottom left, it doesn't really matter, your bottom left or bottom right sixth, and then just a border around it if you want. I think it looks better. You don't have to. You're going to want to start with your letter color banner. So if you're making black letters on a white page, get a black banner. So letter color, and then you're going to want to make a diamond in the middle with your background color. And then with your letter color, make this X, not like the two diagonals, but this X right here. And then you're going to want to craft up a bordure indented banner pattern with vines and a piece of paper. And use that with your background color. And then fill in the top half and make a border around. For this line, you just want to go with the bottom third fill and then the border. For whatever this is, you want to take your last one, which is just the bottom third fill and a loop, and take your background color and just add a diamond in it. Alright, for the dot, you want to go with your bottom third fill and then fill in either the left or the right third. It doesn't really matter, but just make it consistent across your text. So I'm going to fill in the left third and then do a border, and that makes like a little square. It's a little square. For these quotes used on O and U, you want to fill in the bottom half with your letter color, and then a line down the middle, and then border. And lastly, for this comma, you want to make a cross using the two perpendicular middle lines, and then you want to go with the top half fill, the bottom third fill, the left third fill, and a border. Alright, and then the sign used in the word facade, I'll put the letter on screen, that is the same as the one used before. If you want to, you could also just move the banner down, and that kind of works, but yeah. Alright, moving on to special characters. Alright, this is the best I can do, but get a right third fill with your letter color, and then with your background color, put a diamond there, and then get your top and your bottom third filled in with your letter color, and then fill in around the border, and then a line across the middle. Now for this L banner. If you have a capital L, you can just add a top right sixth, but yeah. So bottom third fill, and then left third fill, and then top right sixth fill, and then lastly get your what's it called, background color, and do a border around. And then for the L with the line across the middle, you can go bottom third, left third, and then make a border with your background color, and then with your letter color, make a line across the middle. For whatever this H is, again, doing my best, make a line across the middle horizontally, fill in the right third, and then fill in the left third, make a border around with your background color, and then fill in the top third with your letter color. And lastly, for the Scandinavian O, you're going to want to go with all the thirds, so right third, left third, bottom third, and top third, and then you're going to want to make a border around with your background color, and then lastly, just make a slash pointing towards the bottom left with your letter color. Hey guys, the Creator13 here, back again for another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make every number and symbol on the keyboard that's not a letter. So yeah, like and subscribe, and let's get on with the video. First things first, I want to mention is that when I say letter color, I mean the color of the actual thing, and then background color is the color of the background, obviously. But if I slip up, gray is background color and white is letter color. So yeah. I'm gonna be doing all of these, and there's gonna be chapters down in the description, so yeah, and a couple notes. One, I have a cold, I think, a little bit, so yeah. Like and subscribe, and let's get on with the video. Number one. So first, craft vines and paper together to get a bordure indented banner pattern, and then you want to get your letter color and go to the top left sixth, and then fill in with your background color the bordure indented, and then get a white line going straight down, and then you can either go straight for the fill-in, or you can go for a base and then go for the straight border, like so. You can go either way. I like either. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. Alright, number two. So we start with this top third filled in with our letter color, and then we get our background color in a diamond, like that, and then get our letter color back, and then we go with a diagonal pointing towards the bottom left, and the bottom third filled in. Next, we fill in a border around the whole thing, and that's number 2. For number 3, go a horizontal line across the middle with your letter color, then get your background color, and go the left third, filled in like that. Fill in the right third with your letter color, and the same with the top and bottom thirds. Grab your background color and make a border around the whole thing, and that's number 3. For number 4, fill in your left third with your letter color, and then on the bottom half, fill it in with your background color, and then go across the middle and across the right half with your letter color, and then get your border like usual. So 5 is going to be the opposite of 2, so get your bottom third going in your letter color, then in your background color, get a diamond, and then instead of having the diagonal line point towards this bottom left, have it point towards the bottom right, like that. And then fill in your top third and get your border, and that's number 5. For number 6, we're going to go right third with your letter color, and then with your background color, go with the top half, and then with your letter color again, go middle, bottom, and left third, and then get your border around. So there's 2 ways to do 7. You can do either one. So for both of them, start with the top, like that. And then for one, you're going to want to do a diagonal, like that. And then for the other, you want to do the right third, like that. And then both of them get the outline. This can work either way. I personally like the diagonal 7 just because it looks pretty cool. But if you don't like that, then whatever. You can do either one. So yeah. Alright, so we're going to want to craft a bordure indented banner pattern with a paper and vines. And then, so there are 2 ways to make the the number 8. So the first way is the easiest. So take a background colored banner and then get the left third, the right third, the top third, the bottom third, and the middle all going, and then get your border around, and that's 8. Or you can get a letter colored banner, and then with your background color, place a diamond. With your letter color, make an X, not with 2 diagonals, but with the actual X pattern. And then with your background color again, get your bordure indented, and then get your actual border. And then, yeah. So both of these could be an 8. This one you could probably touch up a little bit more. I just kind of, I don't know. This one looks too similar to a B, but this one has like some weird stuff going on, and it's a little thin in here going on in the middle there, and it would probably look a little bit better. But yeah. Alright, for 9, go with the left third in your letter color, and then in your background color, go with the bottom half, and then back in your letter color again, right third, top third, middle row, and then just get your border around. Alright, this is the same as one of the 8s for the 0, so you're going to want to go right third, left third, top third, and bottom third, and then just a diagonal in the middle to like separate it from a 0, or sorry, separate it from an O, and then get your border around, and that's a 0. Alright, so that's the numbers done. We're going to move on to the symbols associated with each number. Alright, for an exclamation point, you want to do a middle line like this, and then you want to get your background color and fill in this bottom bit, and then get a white border around like that, and then with your background color again, get the left third and the right third and then the top third. Unless you want to keep it open on top, it actually looks pretty good like this on top. Like, it's not too bad. I think I might keep mine like that anyway. So for the @ symbol, you want to combine a paper and an oxeye daisy to get the flower banner pattern, and then just make a white flower banner pattern. It's pretty simple. So for a hashtag or a pound symbol, you want to combine a paper and vines into the border indented, and then go to a bastion and get a snout banner pattern. The first thing you're going to want to do is make this stripe pattern with your letter color, and then get the top and bottom covered with your background color. So it gets these 4 stripes like this, and then get your white snout in, and then get a gray border in like that, and then a gray like legit border like that. And then that's how you make a hashtag. It's got these like weird edges, but like it kind of delivers the message. All right, so for the $sign, you want to go with the top one, the bottom third, and then the diagonal pointing towards the bottom right corner, and then get a border around everything, and then a white line going down the middle. Alright, for a percentage symbol, get a diagonal pointing down into the bottom left, and then get a top left 6th and a bottom right 6th, all in your letter color, and then make a border around everything. For the up arrow, you want to make a diamond with your letter color, and then get a triangle pointing up, and that's how you make an up arrow. Alright, first things first, for the ampersand, we want to combine paper and vines for the border indented, and then paper and a notch apple for the thing banner pattern. You want to get a letter colored banner, so not the background, but the letter color. And then you want to take your background color and make a bottom third, and then take your letter color and make a diagonal pointing bottom right, and then take your background color again and make a line going up the middle. Take your letter color and make some teeth pointing down, and then take your background color, make a border and indent it, whatever that's called. And then lastly, take a white thing and put it in the middle. And that's how you make an ampersand. The multiplication sign, the hardest part of the thing, you just make a dot, and you make a dot. Alright, so for the brackets, I'm going to do each one respectively. You're going to want to do diagonal and then another diagonal to make an X. And then you want to get your background color and make a border around everything. And then if you're doing a left bracket, go to the left. And then if you're making a right bracket, fill in the right half. On to more brackets. I'm just going to show one, and then you can flip it if you want. So yeah, we're going to be starting with the square brackets. Alright, for the square brackets, what you want to do is you want to make a C, or a backward C, depending on what you're doing, with your white, or with your letter color. So that's top third, bottom third, and then whatever side you want. And then with your background color, fill in either, so fill in the border, and then either fill in a third or a half. So if you're making a left bracket, do the right third or the right half, and if you're making a right bracket, do the left third or left half. For curvy brackets, you want to do the same thing, so make a C, so left third, top third, bottom third, and then you want to make a border indented banner pattern in your crafting grid, and use that with your background color, and then make a border around everything, and then fill in the right half if it's a left bracket, or the left half if it's a right bracket, or third, either one. I think we're gonna go half. Alright, now it's time for the more or less than symbols. So for either one, place a bottom triangle and then a top triangle, And then depending on which side you want, if you want a left bracket, if you want a less than sign, fill in the left half. And if you want a more than sign, fill in the right half. And then once you're done, you can put a border on if you want to make it smaller, but it doesn't really matter. Then the slashes are pretty self-explanatory. If you want a forward slash, do that diagonal pointing to the bottom left. If you want a backslash, then point to the bottom right. And then after you're done with that, just make a loop around it. So to make a period, fill in the bottom third, and then fill in the right third with your background color, and then make a border. Alright, to make a comma, get your bottom right sixth filled, and then make a border indented banner pattern with paper and vines, and then go ahead and do a gray or a background color border indented, and then a diamond also in the background color. To make a colon, make a line going vertically down the middle, and then with your background color, fill in the top third, the bottom third, and the middle. For a semicolon, do a vertical line down the middle, same as before, and then fill in the top third, the middle third, and then make a border around it. And then you can either leave it at that, but that looks kind of like an eye, so then you can go with the bottom right sixth, like that. For quotation marks, fill in the top half of your banner with your light color, or with your letter color. You can either do half or third, it doesn't really matter. And then vertical line down the middle with your background color, and then a loop. We're using a lot of vines today. Craft a border indented banner pattern, and then for an apostrophe, go with the top left or top right, it doesn't really matter, top left or top right, sixth, and then make a gray border indented, and then make a border around that. For the minus sign, it's literally a horizontal line and then a border around it. And a plus is a little more complicated, but not that much. So you have a horizontal line and a vertical line making a plus, and then you make a border around it, and then fill in the top third and the bottom third. Perfect. You have a Switzerland flag now. And an underscore is just as easy, with the bottom third being filled and a loop around it. And then for an equal sign, take your letter colored banner, and then get your background color and get the top third, the bottom third, and then the middle line, and then make a border around that. And then for whatever this white line is, get a vertical line right here, and then you can either just do a border, or you can also put a line right there, and then it's like a cursor looking thing, I guess. Alright, so for whatever this is, do a letter color diamond, and then one of these two top diagonal ones. You can either do that or that. I think this one's a little bit better, though. There are two ways to do a tilde. Neither of them look great, but whatever. So for the first one, make a ball in the center, and then a horizontal line, and then, you know, get your boundary around that. And then for the second way, make teeth pointing up with your letter color, and the bottom right or bottom left, doesn't really matter, sixth filled, and then a border around it. Neither of these really look like a tilde, but eh. And then lastly, for a question mark, you want to go with a right third in your letter color, and then bottom half in your background color, and then back in your letter color again, bottom left sixth, and then middle line, and then top third. You're going to finish this off with a border, and that's that. So yeah, guys, this is going to be the end of this letter drawing series. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, see ya. Alrighty, guys, it's gonna be the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, so yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.